MBAI.
The Story of Isaac Newton and the Discovery of Gravity. Part 1. The Dreaming Child in the Countryside. In a small English village, a boy named Isaac Newton was born. He was extremely curious, always asking endless questions about everything. Unlike other kids, he didn't enjoy playing much, he preferred solitude. He spent his time watching the stars, the trees, and falling objects. As a child, no one expected he would one day change the world. But Isaac thought differently from everyone around him. He wasn't satisfied with surface answers, he sought the real reasons. This thirst for understanding was the seed of a story that would change science forever. And the starting point was an apple. Part 2. The Apple Moment. One day, Isaac sat quietly under a tree. Suddenly, an apple fell from the tree beside him. At that simple moment, he wondered, why did the apple fall downward? Why not upward? Why didn't it stay suspended in the air? It might seem ordinary to most, but not to Newton. That simple question opened the door to understanding gravity. He started contemplating how everything moved. Objects, the moon, the planets. Is there an invisible force pulling everything downward? And so began the journey to uncover the law of gravity. Part 3. Isolation and Deep Thinking. During the plague quarantine, Newton isolated himself in the countryside. He used the solitude for deep thinking and private experiments. He experimented with light and optics and studied the motion of objects. But gravity remained his deepest, most compelling thought. He linked the fall of the apple to the moon's orbit around Earth. He thought to himself, what pulls the apple might be the same force pulling the moon. He began forming a universal law to explain this invisible force. It wasn't an easy process, but it was incredibly thrilling for his curious mind. And step by step, Newton approached one of his greatest discoveries. Part 4. The Birth of the Law of Gravity. After years of study and observation, Newton formulated the law of gravity. He stated that every object in the universe attracts every other object based on mass and distance. This law was a scientific revolution that changed how we see the universe. His ideas were published in his famous book that transformed physics. The universe was no longer random, it followed understandable laws. Newton became a symbol of genius, linking simple moments to grand truths. From a small apple came a law explaining the motion of planets and stars. Every scientist after him built upon what he began. And Newton's name became forever linked to gravity. Part 5. Newton's Great Legacy. Newton passed away, but his discoveries lived on. Every time something falls, we remember him. Every space mission, every satellite, every airplane depends on understanding gravity. He taught us that asking questions is the start of all knowledge. Newton showed us never to underestimate the simplest moments. From a falling apple, the whole world changed. He inspired millions of scientists and thinkers through the ages. Newton's story proves greatness can start with a curious child. And that each of us might carry within a genius, waiting for their apple moment.
MBAI.